Namaste. Welcome to this session with Vidya Nahar. Please consult your physician to ensure the suitability of the exercises in the following video for your specific needs. The creators and distributors of this video are not responsible for any injuries or damages caused to you by following the exercises demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your interest. Good luck and best wishes. Please keep up your breath and posture awareness throughout this practice. So come to the standing position with your block between your inner thighs. If you don't have a block, you may hold a towel fold or a blanket fold or a cushion or like an empty box. And again, we're going to use this timer today. So we'll use 1 minute timer, 2 minute timer depending on what poses we are doing. This is not my phone, nobody's calling me, just to remind us that the time is up. So let's start. With your feet fully planted, close your eyes, bring your awareness to this place that you're occupying right now. Feel rooted into the earth, supported by the earth, by everybody here, and by the same token extend your support to Mother Earth, to everybody here and around you in your life. We are all independent, interdependent and ultimately one at the same time. And now put more pressure on the right foot, press your right foot firmly down. While your left foot is still on the floor, feel all of your weight only on that right leg. Make it intentionally heavier than the left. Just this simple act of pressing your right foot firmly down makes it more active. Relax, let go. Put that pressure on your left foot, pressing your left foot firmly down. Feel this with your eyes closed. That just simple pressing act is activating your left leg more, making it heavier than the right. And relax, let go. Put that pressure on the fronts of both feet. So pressing the 10 toes and balls of your feet firmly down. While your heels are still on the floor, feel as if somebody is pushing you from behind and you're putting all of your weight to the fronts of your feet. This will activate your thighs, your shins. Notice these inner connections within the body. Put that weight back on your heels, digging your heels down deeper as if somebody is pushing you from the front. And you are pressing your heels down to maintain your position. So while your toes are still on the floor, all of your weight is on the back. And you'll feel this activation in your calves, in your hamstrings. Relax, let go. Put that pressure on the outer edges of both feet, pressing your pinky toes down firmly. You will feel this activation in your outer thighs. If somebody is seeing you from outside, not much is happening, but you know you are changing the intention of the pose by shifting your weight, your awareness. Now relax, let go. Put this pressure on the inner arches of your feet, pressing your big toes down firmly. You will feel this activation in your inner thighs. The more we are aware of these intentional imbalances, more we can be aware of the balance and the equilibrium. Relax, let go. Now feel your weight equally distributed to the fronts and backs of your feet, right and left, insides and outsides of your feet. While you are pressing your feet down, keep reaching up through the crown of your head, elongating your spinal column, separating your vertebrae. Feeling taller, spacious on the inside. Only human beings can straighten up this tall, so enjoy this tallness of your spine. At the same time, keep your body relaxed, so no tension in your hips, glutes, thighs, shoulders. If you're holding anything tightly, relax. With this awareness of body, notice how the breath is flowing in and out of that inner space. where it is in the body, if it is in your nose, mouth, throat, chest, abdomen. Feel it in your extremities, toes, fingertips, crown of your head. Inhale, smoothly evolving into exhale. Exhale, smoothly evolving into inhale. If you discover a pause in between, dwell upon it consciously or come back to the even flow of your breath. Nothing that's being observed goes unaffected by the observer. In this case, you are the observer, you are the observed. Just watch your breath, watch your posture, and you'll start noticing subtle changes in the ways you breathe, the ways you stand, sit, carry yourself, act, think, eat, see, hear. Every input matters and it manifests on the outside one way or the other. With this awareness of body and breath, invite your mind to be a part of this practice. Establish the intention of your being here today. Maybe you are here to learn something new about yourself, or let go of something that has been bothering you, or reinforce whatever you have been practicing, or restore your equilibrium. Test your strengths, challenge your limitations, spend time with like-minded people, invest time in yourself. Or you are here because your practice allows you to feel focused, strong, flexible, at peace with yourself, with your surroundings, happy, healthy, open to new possibilities. Whatever it is that you're looking for, set it in your own words, make it your own practice and release it. Let it happen at its own pace. Our job is just to practice, let the universe deliver the results. We'll practice eye muscle movements. Again, we're going to hold these stretches longer today, so not continuously moving. Without turning your head, look all the way to your right, just the eyes, and hold your gaze steady at a point on the right. As you're holding your gaze steady, don't hold your breath. Exhale, you draw the navel in, inhale, you relax the stomach. Keep breathing evenly. And now bring your gaze all the way to the left side. If you have a window on that side, you may even look out the window. Just find one focal point and keep your gaze steady there. If you need to blink your eyes, blink and come back to that same focal point. Continue breathing. Now bring your gaze all the way towards the ceiling. Again, just the eyes without lifting your head. Focus at a point on the ceiling as if you are piercing through the roof to look at the sky through that point. Eyes play an important role in our balances, and they are also attached to the brain. So we are also awakening the brain in the process. Now drop your gaze all the way towards the floor. Just the eyes. We keep our eyes glued to screens in front of us most of the time. So this is stretching them in all directions, just like we stretch all muscles. Eyes are most overutilized muscles in the body. Look straight ahead in front of you, as far in the front as you can see. And you may do all of these eye muscle stretches with eyes closed also. If you do this with eyes closed, that simulates a deep sleep state. And look at the tip of your nose. Take your gaze between your two eyebrows with your eyes open or closed. Your third eye center, intuition center. And then close your eyes as tightly as you can. Feel this intentional tension in your eyes, eyebrows, forehead. Shut your eyes even tighter, almost to the point of a headache, and tighter, activating the tear glands. As we grow older, our tear glands start drying up. So this is massaging the tear glands, and then slowly soften your eyes. You may keep your eyes closed if you're comfortable, and turn your head to your right side, going with the neck stretches. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Remember to breathe. Exhale, draw the navel in, inhale, relax the stomach. So instead of moving your chest up and down in each breath, bring that awareness to your diaphragm, to your belly button with in and out movement. Come back to the center. Turn your head towards your left. Feel the stretch in the right side of your neck. Keep your feet fully planted, hips, glutes, thighs all relaxed. No tension anywhere in the body. Just notice the stretch in the right side of your neck. Back to the center. Drop right ear to right shoulder. With right hand, pull your head down as you walk your left hand down towards your left knee. The longer we hold these stretches, the more they register in our joints, bones, connecting tissues. We'll have more time to listen to body's feedback in each pose. Back to the center, drop left ear to left shoulder. With left hand, pull your head down, and you walk your right hand down towards the right knee. See how that goes. Breathe evenly. Anytime you need to open your eyes, open. Take a sense of your surroundings and then again close your eyes if you can. Come back to the center. Drop your head behind you. Feel the stretch in your throat. Teeth are slightly apart, tongue is relaxed. If you look down a lot at your phones, it's a good stretch for your throat. Keep your face soft, mouth closed. Teeth are slightly apart, tongue is relaxed. And face front, bring your chin down to your throat. Feel the stretch in the root of your neck. Keep pressing your chin down, massaging your thyroid. Shoulders are relaxed. These eye muscle movements and neck stretches are excellent to practice every day, especially if you do a lot of work on your computers, drive cars, watch TV. And roll your head up towards your right with your inhale. Make it a slow, thorough, deep neck rotation. All the way towards the top. Bring it down towards your left with your exhale. Finish it to the center. Reverse. Take it up towards your left with your inhale. And down towards your right with your exhale. Face front. And lift your shoulders. Intentionally tensing up shoulders. A lot of times we tense up in our shoulders throughout the day without us realizing it. Now you're doing this intentionally, so you can feel it if it happens unknowingly. And drop your shoulders to the floor as if somebody is pressing them down for you. So again, feel this imaginary weight on your shoulders. You keep reaching down with your fingers towards your knees and feel this heavy weight on your shoulders. Continue breathing. Now relax, let go. Round your back, bring your arms to the front like you are hugging a big beach ball in the front. And we are in this rounded back position throughout our day. Again, working on countertops, computers, driving our cars. And without us realizing this, we end up rounding the back a lot. So throughout your day, anytime you are aware of this rounded back, take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers in the back, pull your hands down and away from you. So I'll show you from the side. So your hands are interlaced in the back, just keep pulling them down, add a back bend here. tightening your upper back, opening your heart. Continue breathing, keep pulling your hands down and away from you. And then as you stand tall, lift your arms wherever you can lift in the back. Keep breathing, hold it there. So again you're tightening that upper back, opening your chest. Making more room for your respiratory organs, your heart, your lungs. Keeping your hands tight in the back, hinge forward at your hips. Keeping your legs straight, elongate your trunk. Again I'll show you from the side. So don't round your back to go down, but you elongate. Stretch your spine and then you hinge at your hips. Keeping your legs straight, you keep hinging at your hips. Wherever you go down is fine. First forward fold today, so take it easy. Remember to breathe. Bring your both hands towards the floor. All the way, if they are not all the way on the floor, you may bring them towards your shins, towards your ankles, wherever you are is fine. Another option, you may also place this block on the floor and then place your hands on the block. So you may also make the block stand up if you need it. Wherever your hands are is fine. And now shift your weight to your left hand, raise your right arm towards the ceiling, look at your right arm. Hold this, twist, your right arm goes up, look at your right arm. Your weight is on your left hand, right arm goes up. Everybody listen to your body, right hand up. Now bring your right hand to the floor. Shifting weight to the right hand, raise your left arm, make it as perpendicular to the ceiling as you can. Turn your head, neck and eyes to look at your left arm. Again, you feel this lift in your neck muscles, also strengthening your neck muscles as you're getting this twist for your trunk. Stretches in your hamstrings. Continue breathing, exhale, stomach in, inhale, relax the stomach. And slowly bring your left hand down to the floor. If you have this block, one more time you may place it again between your inner thighs. Bend your knees, raise your arms and come into this chair pose. Put your weight back, so don't protrude your knees to the front. If you cannot see your toes, that means your knees are way too much in the front. Put your weight back on your heels. And again from the side, this is how it will look, that you are sitting back and not forward. Your weight should be on your heels. Elongate your trunk, lift up your arms and sit back. You should be able to see your toes. If you look down, the knees should not be covering your toes. You sit back, feel this activation in your thighs, go deeper. Continue breathing, bend your knees a bit more, go deeper. You're doing good, go deeper. If you have your block, you may remove the block, place it on the floor now. Otherwise, continue hold and slowly come up to the standing position. Add a back bend. Lift your heart. When you are ready, raise your heels. So going for a toe balance. See how that goes. Again, holding pose is longer. Benefits your muscles, joints, bones more. Breathe. If balance is a challenge, you may keep your heels down anytime. Now lower your heels and bring your hands behind your back. Push yourself forward, adding a deeper back bend. Your spine loves these back bends and twists. Open your heart, drop your head as back as you can. Opening your throat. Remember to breathe, exhale, stomach in, inhale, relax the stomach. And slowly come forward, come up. Now hinge at your hips one more time. This time it's a right angle at your hips. Keep your legs straight, bring your arms to the front and just push to this heels of your palms to the front like you're pushing the front wall away. Keep pressing through the palms. So again I'll show you from the side. So it will feel like it's a right angle at your hips, right angle at your wrist, right angle at your ankles. So don't round your back If possible, elongate. It's okay to bend your knees but keep the back straight. And turn your fingers down towards the floor. So your palms are facing you in another right angle variation. Right angle at your wrist, at your hips, at your heels or your ankles. Continue breathing. Remember, draw the navel in as you exhale, relax as you inhale. Stay there. Continue breathing. I'm going to just adjust the timer here. And come up one more time. Now with your left hand, hold on to your right wrist. Go for this side body stretch. Look towards the ceiling to the right side. Put more weight on your right foot as your body goes towards your left. And now shift your weight to the left leg. Stretch your right leg to the right side. Lift your right leg. See how that goes. Now we are getting into the balances, single leg balances. Your left leg is going to be the working leg. Hold it here. Bend your right knee in front of you. Bring the knee in your chest. If you need support, you may hold on to a chair or stand by a wall so that you can hold on to that wall support. Your left leg is the working leg. Keep drawing that right knee as high as you can. Dig your left heel deeper down. Continue breathing. So this standing balances improves strength in your legs. These are the largest muscle groups in the body. Open your right knee to the right side. Push to the heel of your left palm. Option here, you may keep your right big toe to the floor, but you still have the knee open to the side. So left leg is the supporting leg. Be thankful for all these supporting legs in your life. And be that leg for somebody else. Hold it. Remember to breathe. Now bring your right knee to the front. With your left hand, hold on to that right knee. Right hand goes back and look to your right side. So now you're combining your twist with your balance. Keep standing tall on that left leg. If you need to lower your right big toe, that's always okay. You still have more weight on that left leg. That's the standing leg. All these weight bearing poses are good for improving bone density. Come back to the center, hold on to the right knee with your right hand. With your left hand, bring your foot on your left thigh. Press your right thigh down, right knee down with your right hand. And again, stand tall. So you're limbering your hip in all different directions. Continue breathing. When you're ready, bring your right hand from behind to the left rib cage or towards your left elbow or towards your right foot. Wherever it reaches is fine. If you can slowly free up your left arm and bring it up, do that. Or if you need your left hand by your right foot, you may leave it there. Keep breathing. Hold it. So everybody, your left arm up and your right foot is on front on the left thigh. It's in the front, not in the back. Breathe. Yes, it's crossed in the front. Then slowly let your right foot slide down towards your left thigh. Hands to your heart, bend your left knee. We are in this cross-legged chair pose. Hold it there, continue breathing. Extending your arms to the front, keep breathing, stay there. Now lower your right foot, rising all the way. With your right hand, pull on your left wrist, look to the left side. So dig your left foot into the floor as your body goes to the right. Continue breathing. Now shift your weight to the right leg, free up your left leg and lift it. Notice the difference between the two legs if one leg feels stronger or weaker. If you are a walker, jogger, bicycler, runner, to play games, or even if you just sit all the time, we all need strength in our legs. Now bring this left knee in front of you. With your both hands, draw that knee as high as you can. Again, you're standing tall on that right leg. Continue breathing. Exhale, stomach in, inhale, relax the stomach. And all of this is a matter of practice. The more you practice, the better this gets. So practice some standing balances every day. Open your left knee to the left side, push to the heel of your right palm. Keep breathing. So literally press through the heel of your palm like you're actively pushing this wall away. And press the right foot firmly down. That will allow you to stand taller on the right leg. You can always modify by lowering this big toe to the floor. Now with your right hand, bring that left knee in the front and you turn to look back to the left side and hold this balance. Hold this twist. Keep pressing through the heel of your left palm. Look back to that left palm as much as you can. Anytime you look away from the center, it may get challenging. Face front with your left hand, hold on to that left knee. With your right hand, pick up your foot. Press your left knee, left thigh down. Keep standing tall on that right leg. When you are ready, left hand goes from behind towards that right elbow or to the rib cage or to your left foot. Free up your right arm up. Continue breathing. So it's your right arm that's going up, your left foot is crossed on top of the thigh. Breathe. Slowly let your left foot slide towards the right knee, hands to your heart. Bend your right knee, sit back. So this is your cross-legged chair, sitting on your right thigh. Put your weight back on your heel, not forward on the knee. Keep breathing. Back is still straight. Hold. And slowly bring your left foot down. We're going to do another round of balances. So raise your arms up. Inhale. Hands to your heart. This time right foot to the right side. When you're ready, bring your right foot up on the left inner thigh for the tree pose. Hands to your heart. Find your balance. When you're ready, start lifting your both arms up towards the sky. See how that goes. If you're ready to turn your gaze up, do that. Turning your gaze away from the center is going to make it challenging. Closing your eyes is the most challenging. See how that goes. Keep breathing. Keep reaching up through the lower back, through your arms, through your fingertips. So not just arms and shoulders. Keep lifting all the way up. Open your hands into a V stretch. So slowly expanding the branches of the tree. Push both hands down to the sides into the T stretch like this fully expanded dome of the tree. All the trees teach us to stay connected with our roots no matter how high, how far we reach. Now take your right hand to the right foot in the back. Lift up your right foot, left arm up. So now you are lifting your foot in the back into this King Dancer pose or Natarajasana. Keep lifting your foot higher. Remember to breathe. Hold it there. And slowly lower your right foot, both hands up. Hands to your heart. Left foot to the left side. Start bringing your left foot on the right inner thigh. Keep breathing. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. When you are steady, raise your arms towards the sky. And turn your gaze up to look towards the sky. Keep reaching up through the trunk, through your fingers all the way. Close your eyes if you would try. Breathe. And open your hands into the V stretch. Keep standing tall on that right leg, left knee is fully open, opening your hip. And remember, it's okay to keep your chair nearby or your wall so you can hold on to that wall for support. Push to the heels of your palms to the sides in both directions, like you're literally keeping the elevator doors open. So maintaining your healthy space, your boundaries. Putting this negative energy away that you don't need in your life. Breathe. Then reach for your left foot with your left hand in the back and reach up with your right arm. Keep lifting your left foot up. So not so much leaning in the front but more lifting of your foot in the back. Keep your left hand on the inner arch of your foot. The more you draw the foot in, the more your foot pushes back into the hand. Opening your left quad, left hip flexor. Slowly lower your left foot, both arms up one more time. And hands to your heart. Now we're going to jump or step these feet apart. So jump or step your feet apart. We do a lot of balancing. We're going to some stretching. Turn your right foot to the right side. Bend your right knee. Think of a right angle between your 2 feet. So we are in this warrior stance for a second. Look back at your left arm and look at your right arm to make sure they are in straight line. Look at your right middle fingertip in front of you. Hold this stretch. See if your right elbow, knee, ankle in almost straight line. Hold it there. Keeping your right knee bent. Now lean back with your left hand to the left knee. Going for this reverse warrior. Hold. Keep reaching back with your left hand. Now right hand to your right thigh, leaning on the right side, left arm overhead, look towards the ceiling. This is your side angle stretch. You may continue with your right hand on the right thigh, or if your hand reaches the floor, do that, or you may place it on the block. You feel the stretch from your left heel to your knee, to your hip, to your shoulder, to your elbow, to your fingertips, separating your side vertebrae. Now in the same position, straighten your right leg, your right hand remains where it is, and you raise your left arm to the ceiling. So in the triangle pose, Trikonasana, again look up at your left palm, keeping your right leg as straight as you can. If you don't need the block, you can go deeper, or you may bring your hand to your right knee if you don't have the block. Breathe. And slowly bring your left hand to the floor or to the block. Rotate your left foot slightly to the angle. Raise your right arm. Look at your right arm. We are in this revolving triangle. Parivritta Trikonasana. Right arm as perpendicular to the ceiling as you can. The more you press your left palm down, the more you can lift your trunk to the right. Keep looking up at your right arm. Just like a triangle has 3 straight lines, your hand up there and 2 legs at the bottom of lines. 3 vertices, mind, body, spirit. Beginning, middle, end, birth, life, death. Now bring your right hand also to the floor. Lower your head to that right leg and hold this head to knee pose. Feel the stretch in your right hamstring. Stay there. Continue breathing. In the same position, bend your right knee, pivot your back foot, slide your left foot back, lift your left heel. If you need to drop the left knee on the floor, you may do that. Otherwise, keeping your left knee up, both arms up. So either come into this high lunge, or if this is too much, you may keep this left knee down and maintain your low lunge. So whichever works for you, either you are in the high lunge or the low lunge. Keep lifting your heart up, breathe. Now add a twist to your right side. That means bring your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Look towards your right side. I'm doing your mirroring. You look to your right side. Continue breathing. It's okay to keep your left knee down or up. You decide. Now bring your both hands towards your left front corner. That means to the inside of your right foot, and look towards the ceiling, towards your left side. Keep your left knee still extended in the back, or you may keep the knee on the floor. You decide. This is your lizard pose, elongating your spine. So you're looking towards your left upper corner. Hold. Breathe evenly. Now everybody drop that left knee, keep your hips forward, lift your left foot, raise your right arm and bring your right hand towards your left foot. Keep your hips forward. That means don't let your hips come up in the back. You keep pressing your hips forward. Open your chest. Bring your right hand to the pinky toe side of your left foot and look back over your right shoulder. Hold it there so you are working your posterior obliques here. Now bring your right hand from inside of your right foot. From inside out, bring the top of your head to the floor. If it is not on the floor, you may bring it to the block. Your left knee may be on the floor or extend that left knee, whichever feels right for you. So the head, the crown of your head is fully down or on the block. Left knee may be down or up. This is your lizard push-up. Breathe. And slowly lift yourself up. Bring your right hand from inside out. Turn your body towards the front. Hold it there, turning your toes and heels to the front. If you're going to use the block, bring it to the other side. And walk your toes and heels to the center. And come up to the standing upright position one more time. Arms to the sides. Jump or step your feet apart. We go to the other side. Turn your left foot to the left side. Bend your left knee. Think of a right angle between your 2 feet. Arms in line with your shoulders. For a second, look back at your right arm. Then look at your left arm, keeping them in line with each other, in line with your shoulders. Focusing on that left middle fingertip in front of you, warrior 2. Now reach back with your right hand towards your right knee, left arm up. Especially press the outer edges of both feet firmly down. Feel this opening in your left side of the trunk. Keep reaching back. Remember to breathe. Keep that left knee bent so that you're activating your left thigh. Now left hand to the left thigh. Take your right arm overhead. Look towards the ceiling underneath your right armpit. So again we are in this side angle stretch, Parshva Konasana. Either you stay here with your left hand on your thigh or you may bring it down towards the foot or to the block. Whichever feels right for you. Your right arm is still overhead all the way. Feel this stretch from your right heel to your hip, to your knee, to your shoulder, to your elbow, to your fingertips. Now straighten your left leg, take your right arm up to the ceiling. So again we are in this triangle pose. Stack your arms, make a straight line, look at your right hand. So if your right arm is moving away to the back wall or towards your hip, bring it closer towards your ear and keep reaching up 90 degrees to the ceiling. Hold it there. Bring your right hand to the floor. Take your left arm up towards the sky, revolving triangle. And again, align your arms in line with your shoulders. Turn your head to look at your left arm. All these triangles are look up poses. Keep your mind with your body by keeping your gaze on what you are doing. If eyes start wandering, mind starts wandering. Bring your left hand by the side of your left foot and lower your head towards that left leg. Again, legs as straight as you can manage. If your back is rounding here, bend your left knee a little bit and elongate your trunk. So don't let your back round, but elongate so you feel like you're hinging at the hip and not rounding your back. Now bend your left knee, pivot your back foot, slide that right leg back. So again, if you need to drop the right knee for the low lunge, that's okay. Or you may keep the knee straight up and bring your arms up. So we are getting into this lunge position, high lunge or low lunge. And you may find one side to be different than the other. You decide. Keep breathing. Hold it. Then you add a twist towards your left side. So bring your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Look towards the left elbow towards the ceiling. You may drop the right knee anytime you need to. You're strengthening the left leg, stretching the right leg. There are always multiple things happening in the body. It's never just the one thing. Bring your both hands to the right front corner. Plant your palms firmly and lift your heart to look to the ceiling to the right, to your right side. That means you're looking away from your foot to the right corner. And you may drop the right knee if you need to, but otherwise keep looking up towards your right side. Hold. And then everybody drop that right knee to the floor, lift your right foot, use your left arm to reach up and back towards your right foot. So left hand to the right foot, it's opposite. Keep pressing your right hand to the floor and you look back. The more you draw the foot in, let your foot equally push back into your hand. So allowing you to open up that left shoulder, right quad, right hip flexor. Bring your left hand to the front from inside out and drop this top of your head to the floor. You may extend the right knee if your body allows you, or you keep it on the floor, you decide. Hold it there, remember to breathe. As you push yourself up, drop that right knee to the floor and simply bring your left leg back and sit back in the child's pose here. We did a lot of standing active work, so just take your resting break here. Hold, sit back. Now from here, move your body weight forward. We did a lot of weight bearing work with the legs. So now lift up your knees and come on your arms. So we are in this plank position, working on the strength of your arms. Take your body weight a little bit forward. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders. That means don't let your hips sink like this. Don't drop your lower back. And don't lift your hips like this. We are not in downward dog. This is a plank position. Hold it. Keep engaging your core muscles to support your lower back. At any time you need to drop your knees, you can simply drop the knees, but you still have the weight forward on your arms. Engage in this plank. Planks are excellent to strengthen your core muscles. Keep breathing. Hold. Almost there. We are holding this for 1 whole minute. Breathe. From there, take your hips up and heels down into the downward facing dog. Drop your head as close towards your floors as you can, raising your hips, lowering your heels. Again, if you need to bend your knees a little bit so you can elongate your back a little bit more, do that. Press your chin to the chest, chest to your thighs, thighs towards your hips, hips to the sky, heels to the floor. Hold. Feeling this elongation in the sides of your trunk. Remember to breathe, exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Holding poses longer can be challenging because we are not using the momentum, we are using the control, focus. And slowly start moving your body weight forward one more time. This time drop your knees, go on your belly. As you go down, lift up your hands off the floor and just keep this lift in your upper back. So this is your cobra position. Just like a cobra has only spine, no arms. So we are using only the spine to stay up and not using the arms. Either you stay there with your elbows bent, or if your body allows you, extend your arms. You may lift them a bit higher, or you may place them on the block in front of you. So if this allows you to come more up, do that. Ideally, do it without the support of your hands. Either your elbows bent or elongated, you decide. So again, lengthening the spinal column. Keep breathing and slowly lower. We're going to some side stretching here. So face the front, whichever side you are down on is fine. And raise your top leg. For me it's my left, but you could be doing your right leg up. And draw that right leg as close to you as you can. Hold it. Breathe. The more you draw that leg in, the more you push it away in your hand. Relax for a second, draw it closer and push it harder. Keep straightening the right knee. This is a small inversion for the leg after all that active standing on the legs. Again, relax for a second and draw it even closer. With each repetition, feel that you are bringing it closer and closer. Hold it there. Continue breathing. Now bring your right foot to the floor in the front. Lift your left leg, the bottom leg goes up. Extend your arms overhead and just maintain this modified side boat. Hold it there. So you are activating your left inner thigh, stretching the left outer thigh. This is supporting your left knee the best. Inner thighs are the muscle that support our knees the most. Breathe. Now in the same position, extend your right leg out on that left leg, both legs out, maintain your full side boat. Remain as steady as you can. Again, strengthening your core muscles. Focus. If at all you need support, you can also rest this left upper arm or support your head with your hand. But keep your legs up for sure. Drop that left leg, bottom leg. Bring your top knee in front of you. With your bottom hand, pull on to that knee. So left hand to the right knee and turn your head to look at your right hand. So simple lying down abdominal twist. Turn your upper body fully to the back. So you press that right shoulder down as your left hand is pulling the right knee down in the front. And again your spine loves this twist. It's a nice detoxing, decompressing poses. Decompressing for the spinal column, detoxing for the stomach. And slowly extend the top leg also. Now simply turn away from me, so turning away from the camera and you face the back wall. We're going to do the same things again. So lift up your top leg. You don't need to see me if you can follow the instructions. Lifting your left leg towards you. Draw it as high as you can. As you draw the leg closer, push it harder in your hand. And again relax, draw that leg closer. Notice if there's a difference between these two legs, two hips. Push the leg harder in your hand. Relax for a second and draw it even closer. Hold it there, breathe. Each side is different, each body is different, each day, each moment is different. So honor this moment, honor this body. this side. Bring your top foot down in front of you as you lift up your bottom leg. Extend your both arms overhead. Hold it there. So you're reaching up with this bottom thigh, pressing into the upper thigh, activating the inner thigh of the bottom leg. Keep pointing your foot up. Remember to breathe. Your arms are fully extended overhead. If at all you need support, you can always lower the bottom hand. Now bring your top leg also out on top of the bottom leg. Both legs are fully extended off the floor. We are in this side boat position. Extend your arms, extend your legs. Remain as steady as you can. If you need support, you may lower your right arm or support your head with your right hand. Now lower your right leg, the bottom leg. With your bottom hand, bring the top knee towards the side that you're facing and bring your left arm to look back to the camera again. So again you are in this lying down twist position. Notice again if there's a difference between your two shoulders, two sides of your chest, two sides of your neck. That's why we do yoga on both sides. What we do up, we do down. What we do right, we do left. Yoga is all about balancing, equilibrium, the two opposites. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga rises out of this equilibrium between happiness and sorrow, light and darkness, day and night, right and left, straightening and twisting. Now slowly turn towards the ceiling and come on your back with your knees bent. Hold it there. With your palms by your sides, either you continue with your knees bent, hands by sides and lifting your sit bones here. So you're in this bridge position and hold this bridge. To make it more challenging, you may bring your hands by your shoulders and go into the full wheel position. So again, all of this is a matter of practice. Honor this time for you, this body for you. Whether it's a bridge or wheel, it's still a back bend, spinal extension. We need to practice these spinal extensions every day because we end up compressing our backs a lot. Keep breathing. Then slowly go down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Put your feet together, knees apart with your hands. Push your thighs down. So we are in this supine bound angle pose. Supta Baddha Konasana. Close your eyes with your hands. You're pushing those thighs down. Opening your inner thighs, groin area, hips. Continue breathing. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Please join me as I exhale weakness, I inhale strength. I exhale rigidity, I inhale flexibility. I exhale hatred, I inhale love. I exhale lethargy, I inhale energy. I exhale untruth, I inhale truth. I exhale bondages, I inhale freedom. And slowly start bringing your knees closer to the center. Extend your arms and legs away from the center. Get that full body stretch. Pointing your toes and fingertips away from the center. Flex your feet, flex your wrists, separate your toes, separate your fingers, make your ankle and wrist rotations 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Let your feet fall off to the corners of the mat. Bring your hands down by your thighs about 8 inches away from your hips. Fingers curl up towards the sky and nod your head up and down like you're saying yes. Roll your head side to side like you're saying no. Release tension from your neck. Rest your head comfortably in the center. With your eyes closed, starting at the top of your head, establish your intention to relax. Make it a conscious process of letting go of all the thoughts, worries, desires, emotions, stress. Move your awareness through your physical body, one body part at a time, making sure each and every body part is relaxed. Relax your forehead, let go of the wrinkles. Soften your eyebrows, space between eyebrows, eyes, nostrils, mouth. Put a little smile in your lips. Relax your chin, neck and throat. Soften your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Keep your breathing deep, even, slow, quiet, without pauses, without jerks, through your nostrils only. Slowly bring your awareness back up. Relax your fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms, underarms, shoulders. Relax your chest, upper back, lower back, stomach, hips and glutes. Lot of work today with the hips, glutes, with all that standing work, thighs, hamstrings. If there's any tension still lingering anywhere, visualize it melting away with your exhale. Re-energize that area with your inhale. Invoke the presence of inner healer through your breath. Soften your knees, backs of your knees, shin bones, calf muscles, ankles, feet and your toes. Complete relaxation, you, your mind and body in total union through your breathing. Take your time to slow down, to relax, to recover, to breathe, to be aware every single day. It's not being selfish. It's taking care of yourself so you can support others, those who depend on you. Bring your awareness back up, relax your toes, heels, ankles, shin bones, calf muscles, knees, backs of your knees, thighs, hamstrings, hips and glutes, stomach, lower back, upper back. Relax your chest, your shoulders, neck and throat. Soften your facial muscles. chin, cheeks, jaws, eyes, eyebrows, space between eyebrows, forehead, and the top of your head. Keeping your awareness there, gently bring your knees in your chest one at a time, no rush, no jerks. Hug your knees, wiggle your toes, awaken yourself from that relaxed state. And gently rock your body forward and back, roll it side to side. Make knee circles in each direction, or open your legs into a happy baby. Alternate at your own pace as it feels right for your back. I thank you all for joining me in this practice. Please thank yourself and everybody here for taking this time out to be here, for sharing positive energy in your practice with everybody. Please join me in sending our goodwill out to the world. May there be peace, happiness, health, love, laughter and freedom to enjoy it all for everybody, everywhere. Roll gently to your right. Then to your left. And come up to the sitting upright position. Sit up tall on your block if you have one. We're going to finish with a few minutes of breathing and meditation. Again with the timer, we're going to practice Om breath, where you inhale, letting the stomach relax, and expand. As you exhale, you draw the stomach in, saying Om, focus on that sound. This is the original sound. Whenever you are ready, take a deep breath in. Resume your normal diaphragmatic breathing. Index fingers, thumbs still together. Turn your palms to face the sky, resting in your lap. Eyes closed, gaze between eyebrows. Awareness either at your diaphragm or your nostrils or your navel center, wherever you see your breath. And simply follow your breath in and out. If there are any thoughts, emotions arising, label those. You may say, maybe this is anger, this is a fear, this is ego, this is hatred, this is jealousy, this is love, this is gratitude. Whatever it is that is going through your mind, if there is anything going, isolate it, label it, and it will self-liberate itself without entangling you in the process. The more you learn to stay back, witness and release, the more you'll be in charge of your inner happenings. Instead of thoughts coming to you randomly, you'll be able to pick and choose your thoughts. Whenever you're ready to finish this practice, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers in the back. Exhale, bow down to Mother Earth for all the kindness. Inhale as you come up to thank the sun for the energy and the light. One more exhale down, being thankful for everything we have and everything we don't have. Inhale up. One last exhale down in gesture of a yogi. Forgive as you go down, forget as you come up. And we are done. Namaste. We'll do our laughter for 1 whole minute, so make yourself comfortable. And this is again laughing for the sake of laughing, not because I'm telling you any jokes. So take a deep breath in. Stay there just a bit longer. Keep that smile in your face. Feel these happy vibrations inside of you, outside of you. Let this happy energy percolate in every sense of your being, every cell of your body. It's yours to experience, express, share. It will be echoed back to you from all directions. Stay happy, healthy, kind. Be well, take care of yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself. Extend it to others. Now we are done. Namaste. Okay, any feedback, anybody? How did it go? Okay?
It went well. I think for today, after doing that whole body stretch, you know how we move our pinky on each side and our hand on the other side and stretch. That stretch kind of really helped me because at the end when I was relaxing with you, laying down straight, my spine didn't give me the trouble or the pain that I had, you know.
Good, wow, nice.
So I think that stretch definitely helped me at the end to release whatever the pressure that my pinched nerve has at the end of the spine. So thank you.
Yeah, I think holding the poses longer does make that difference because then your body has longer time to internalize each pose and internalize each stretch. So yes, that's good.
Okay.
How was it for you, Shalini? Okay?
I was easy today on myself.
It was easy
So
today.
it was good.
Okay, how about you, Dikti?
It was great, Vidyaji. I thought my body was flexible, but obviously it wasn't that flexible. So it's really good to know your body and your mind. So
Yes.
great session. Thank you.
Yes, and it's a matter of practice. How about you, Yasu?
Right.
Was it okay, Yasu?
Yeah, it was very good. Thank you. Yeah, everything is good.
Karen, was it okay?
Getting stronger.
Yes, getting stronger. Good. And Krishna? Okay.
Yeah, it just today was session was really good. At least I was able to hold the poses for longer.
That's great. Yes, if you're holding poses longer, it's going to help you more in the long term. Okay, so I hope to see you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
Bye.